This video is powered by USAGundam. Visit USAGundamstore.com and enter the code JOEY10 to receive 10% off your next purchase. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a very unique and very challenging build series. This is another build off. This time it is a build off between Geo builds, Mike's builds, and myself. And this is going to be a build off deemed the Zaku 3-way. And thus the name. We are all three going to be using the P Bandai Zaku / Phantom, as we all three kind of ended up with one. And we all had an idea of to do a challenge with this one, a build off with this one. All three of us being SMS boys as we are. We contacted Scott and proposed an idea to him, and he loved the idea. So what we have going on here is a build series where we're kind of blindly going to be painting this kit. Now, of course, I have the kit snapped up. There's nothing really done to it or anything like that. I felt like snapping it up. And for me, it helps visualize what I'm going to do to a kit if I can actually see it, touch it, all that good stuff. But this box here, of course, I have tape on the box taping up my address because of obvious reasons. But this box here is from Scott, and all three of us got a unique box. From what I understand, there is a letter in here that I will read in front of the camera, but these are SMS paints designated just for me, for my Zaku. The other two guys got separate paints that were unique to their Zaku. So the challenge is, we don't know what's in the box, but we have to use what's in the box to paint our Zakus. So in the end, there will be 3 Zaku / Phantoms, all 3 painted by different builders, all 3 with SMS paints. So it's going to be really cool at the end to compare the 3 and see what each of us did with our own creative minds and with the power of SMS paints. So, without further ado, because I am super excited to do this, let's crack open this box and figure out what I get to use for my Zaku. Alright, so I have the box ready to open, and here we go. Alright, so we have our bag full of paints. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, that was just to protect the paints. And here we have our letter. So, let's see what it says. Hi Joey, please find enclosed your paints for the Zaku 3-way build-off. Your challenge is to use these colors enclosed to fully paint the kit. Outside of these colors, you can also use primer and black and white. I will get further clarification on that from Scott, but from what it sounds like, we can use whatever primers we have here and whatever black and white paints we have to maybe darken or something like that, or pre-shade or whatnot. You can mix the colors supplied in the box to create your own custom colors too. Very nice. And to make it a little different to what you usually build, your top coat clear is also included in the box, which must be used also. Very cool. We have our top coats. I am excited to see what you come up with. Me too, Scott. Good luck. Thank you, Scott. So, that's basically the rules and regulations of the build. Very, very neat. He actually did it very formally, which is very, very nice. So, I guess let's reposition again, and then we will go through the paints. Okay, so right off the get-go, I'm just going to say I am super nervous about what Scott's going to have me working with here. So, let's see what we got. First up, we have Aggressor Blue. That is a neat looking blue. It's like an almost teal-ish color, like a gray blue. I like it. I like it. I can work with that. Set that there. Next up, we have Insignia White. I have not actually used this color yet, surprisingly, but I have heard very good things about it. My buddy Justin from Justinia's Builds has told me a lot of good stuff about the whites from SMS, so the pigmenting and everything. So I mean, and if it's anything like the pigments of any other SMS paints I've ever used, this is going to be a delight to use. So we have Insignia White, already a good pairing here because, I mean, those two would go good together. Next up, we have German Cream. So that is just a little darker shade, or like a little yellower shade than the Insignia White. That is going to be awesome to use, maybe for a kind of like a Verka-ish kind of color separation there. So that'd be neat to see what those two look like sprayed together. Next up, we have Insignia Red, which is a very nice red. So far, actually, I'm pretty excited because all these colors pretty much go good together. Almost like I can make a Federation-ish Zaku or so. But that is neat. I like this red. So far, so good. Nothing too outrageous or, too standout-ish. Next up, we have German Gray. Very, very nice. That is going to be a good neutral color to use. Maybe for the inner frame. Maybe this time I won't do a metallic inner frame. That would be different than what I usually do. That might actually be what I'd use that for, to be honest. That and on some weapons. And last but not least, we have 2 flat clears. And he wasn't lying in the in the letter, because you know me, I'm like the SMS 2K guy, so of course he gives me flat. Which is really fine. I am excited to actually use the flat clear. As you know, I'm very acquainted with his 2K clear, which is a high gloss. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the other end of that spectrum is with the flat clear. So honestly, in total, I'm very satisfied with what I have going on here because, I mean, let's be honest, these are going to be pretty easy colors for me to use. Let me slide down here. There we go. So, I mean, I wouldn't say easy colors, but I mean, these all pair pretty well together. So the blue, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing with that. I have some ideas for the red. The whites, though, I'm going to see maybe on a spoon how they pair together, but that could be a really neat, like, main color with the blue, maybe. And of course, he said we can mix the colors, so that's always exciting. And the fact that it's going to be a flat coat, which is nice. But I definitely am thinking of the German Gray for the frame. There's not a whole lot of frame that actually shows on this kit, but definitely want to use that for that. But I don't know, I'll play around with it. I have time to figure out what to do with it. So now that we know what's in the box, that's pretty much going to wrap up the first episode. I know it's going to be a short one, but I need to have some time to figure out what I'm going to do with these colors and all that. But when we come back, the next episode will be the start of spraying these paints onto the Zaku. So, until then, I'll see you next time. As always, a like and subscribe would be appreciated if you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.